Testing, testing. Can everybody hear me? I'm going to hope so, that everybody can hear me. I'm going to wait for a Discord DM that says whether or not you can hear me. Heard. Great. Sorry about that. It's been a season. In fact, we spent all summer long and we're back. Now it's fall. But hello, my name's Chixxa. Welcome to the Esports U main stream. We are back with more Rocket League. Again, it has been the entire summer long. We had Rocket League World Championships, and now we're into the nitty-gritty. We're into collegiate, and I'm really excited to be back with Post in particular. We have an amazing match today. It is going to be our second team. It's going to be our Rocket League opener, of course, but it's Post Purple, and they're going to be against Penn State Behrend today. So, yeah, I'll let the teams get into the action. I'll talk through it. But again, I'm just really excited to be back with everybody. I apologize for the couple of difficulties as I get back into things. But yeah, I'm again just really happy to be here. We have some just exciting new experiences for everyone this season. We have some changes, of course, to our team when it comes to it. I hope everyone can hear me. My mic's coming through again. Hopefully. Yes, okay. Double checking. They haven't won the match yet. It's okay. I told Denny that the first one would be, it'd be a wild ride. It would be first day jitters for our matches and everything and whatnot. But yeah, Post Purple on the pitch today. They have a new player in Hazy, and he is also KBM. But I'm going to get to the game. We're going to transition over, of course. And we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to see what goes on. And it looks like CacoShuKo and the likes of Post will indeed be scoring first on the field. It is great that Caco is able to get things going right off the rip, and that's how we like to see things go. But yeah, I'm going to change. Today is a best of 7 match. So we're going to have plenty of games to go for our series today. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing really, really well. When it comes down to it, I hope everyone had a wonderful summer. For our students, I'm glad they're back in the action. Of course, as I mentioned, Caco as well as Swish are both returning members on Purple, and Hazy is our new freshman that is playing on KBM. All of them approximately. Swish is the captain. He is Champ 1. Caco is Diamond 1, and Hazy is Diamond 1 accordingly to ranks. As for Penn State, they have Ya, which is Champ 2, Creator, which is Champ 3, and BG, we'll call him, but BG Jelly is Champ 2. So Post has it out right now. They are technically speaking at a much lower average MMR, but I also know that Swish and Caco having that kind of chemistry from last season is going to do them really well. They're definitely going to be able to kind of use and work together on the field. It's been, other than that first early goal by Caco, just a game that these teams are getting out the feeler match, as we like to call it, in our best of 7s. Nice shot here by Swish. Drop down. Caco will come through and get the follow-up shot. And it's a wonderful goal by our Post Purple team. The one that they really fought in. Caco able to beat out 2 on the pitch. So wonderful, wonderful job by them. They've been doing really phenomenal at holding on to it. Of course, Atokad, I mentioned a lot last season. He is our returning coach. I'm really very happy to see him back on the pitch and back with the teams. Our main Post team, this is our second one, I believe, did really phenomenal last season. They went undefeated in one of their leagues. They played really well at a LAN championship. I believe they ended up second. I could be corrected, but there's a lot that was really positive for Post last season. So I know they're excited to get back into the swing of things in this one and really get things going. But as for now, they've been controlling the field quite well. They've been able to defend against multiple attacks on, of course, the side of Penn State. Penn State Behrend, if you didn't know, is one of the branch campuses of Penn State. So they often have teams that differ from the likes of the main college because they're quite so big. But here comes an amazing shot from Ya, just able to poke it over the likes of CacoShuKo, who just is a little bit too far in net. So it'll be a goal for Penn State. They will now go up by 1. Well, 1 more. They're still down by 1 though in this series, so we'll see. But that's an unfortunate touch, and I don't think the team was very synced up on that one for Post. Yeah, gets this going, and Jelly's touches off target, but all 3 of purple are in the same area. So unlucky, unfortunate mishap. Those things happen. So now, of course, our team in purple will have to do their best to earn a goal back. BG gets absolutely dusted by CacoShuKo, who just can't fit that one on in. Creator off the sidewall. Swish. And Creator, it's up and over. CacoShuKo trying to get their Swish, gets there. We desperately need a clear on our purple side. That's not the touch that we need in front of the net. Yeah, trying to fit this one on in. CacoShuKo able to put it out towards the side. Swish, such a huge clear, and that one will be directly on target. Really phenomenal goal overall by Swish. Takes full advantage of how overextended Penn State Behrend is in this one. And because of it, we get ourselves a goal. We get to stay in this game number 1. A best of 7 series is a fairly lengthy series, so it's definitely not a race, but a marathon. We want them to play their full 5 minutes of Rocket League every time and try to stay consistent. A nice opening there, and Swish able to follow up. It gives them their 2-goal lead right back when they lost it. Really great resilience out of our post-purple team to start in our first series, our season opener here. It's really cool that they have certainly improved from last season. I can already tell Swish and CacoShuKo are so much better than I remember last season. I mean, after, again, I had mentioned earlier, Rocket League World Finals. Those were in Germany. It was really exciting to watch the pros play, and everyone always gets exhilarated. They get on their grind again. They find ways to keep getting better and progressing. And now that the new collegiate season is upon us, there's so many more opportunities to play. I know OCRL quals were just this past weekend. So collegiate is getting into the swing of things, and I could not be more excited for it. But with less than 20 seconds left in this one, 15, and a 2-goal lead for our post-purple team. They are looking pretty good in this game number 1. Able to rebound after going down for a little bit, but they managed to get a tick on that series scoreboard, and they'll be going into, hopefully, game number 2 feeling very, very motivated. But overall, a wonderful job by our post-purple team. Mainly in that one, Swish and CacoShuKo working together really well. They combined, I switched over before you could really see the scoreboard, but both of them combined for over 1,000 points on the scoreboard, each with 2 goals apiece. They had 7 of the 8 shots on the team. So Hazy certainly still working his kind of mentality, his play style out with the team in particular. So, yeah, it'll be interesting for them to really figure things out moving on forward as a team. As for Behrend White, BG Jelly doing the most of the work on that side of the field. Yacht and Creator kind of trying to figure things out with their team. But again, game number 1, you kind of shake everything off, you figure things out on the field, and yeah, again, super happy to be here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I hope they had a wonderful summer. I hope they're excited to be back in collegiate, whether it's as a parent, as a student, as a player. There's a lot that you could want on the pitch and on the field. So I am really quite excited to see what they will do. So we'll go back to the game. Stop listening to me talk. Well, just kidding. I'm going to keep talking. But I'm really excited to see moving forward if the rest of the post team will be able to keep up their momentum from game number 1. Creator sends this one out to the opposite end. Unfortunately, CacoShuKo touch in front of the net, but BG Jelly, his shot is off target. So for now, unfortunately, the likes of Post Purple cannot hold off that offense. Managing to get the goal, and Penn State Behrend will be on the board first. Good momentum boost for that team. They're looking to switch everything in their favor, get things going on that end of the field. Straight down touch here. Swish, unfortunately, not enough to get to it. This one will be floating. Hazy will try to come on in, put some pressure on the board. Swish's touch will go center. It's going to be dangerous, and CacoShuKo luckily able to put it out towards the corner. Swish doesn't find connection, neither does Haze, and BG Jelly will put that one into the back of the net for Penn State. They managed to find good pressure here, and it's unfortunate 2 players in a row miss for the likes of our Post Purple team. So they will have to get back into it, see if they can figure out what to do to jump on this game. Ooh, good catch from CacoShuKo. Wasn't able to get it much up the field. Hazy stuck on the side wall. A little bit of a double commit, but Swish is able to come through. Creator has an open net to work with. And BG Jelly will take that goal away from him. Oh no, that's not what we want to see on the side of Penn State, but I guess we'll consider it a blessing for Post. CacoShuKo, a demo. Swish's shot on target, saved by BG Jelly. He will look to continue this ball upfield. Swish out towards the other side. Creator there instead. Couple of unlucky misses. Hazy backwards, but finds a good touch into the corner. Back off the sidewall is Hazy. CacoShuKo a shot on target. Double saved by the likes of Penn State. They have adapted to what Post was able to bring to the table offensively earlier in game number 1. Now we're having a hard time getting upfield for Post, and Penn State has been defending every single shot that we have taken thus far. Drop down. Creator, shot on target. CacoShuKo can't get to it, and Penn State will find their 3rd in the halfway mark of this game. Wow. Penn State really putting on a show for everybody in game 2. They found ways again to adapt, to get their offense going. They look just better oiled kind of as a team. They're very fluid in their rotations, and you're not seeing as many double commits. Well, I feel like for Post Purple right now is where we're seeing those problems on double commits, as well as just mistakes on missed touches. Some of the hardest mechanic, or just kind of hardest mentality to get through in Rocket League, is predicting where the ball's going to be next. It's often touches are fast, they're in the air, your ball camera is going to be maybe not positioned exactly where you want it to be when you're reading a certain touch, and sometimes that'll make or break whether or not you find contact with that ball. But now, off the backboard and upfield, Post Tries to get 1 or 2 shots going. Hazy. He's up. Finds a nice touch. It's just over the bar. That would have been so nice for Post to find, but unfortunate that they can't get the contact they need. Off the sidewall here, Jelly finds a touch on target. Hazy will send it off towards the corner. Hazy now with the ball, a little bit of a flick. Boost stolen from him in midfield. Creator trying to just bully his way through the ball, but CacoShuKo able to get a demo. Swish runs out of boost here, gets a 50, straight into CacoShuKo, who puts one on target and Posts with a little life in them at the end of this game number 2. Really great persistence. They finally are able to get a good 50 that opens up a way to finish that one. Put it on target. Great work overall by this team. They do a really good job of staying on this ball. But we'll see if they can continue doing just that. As of the minute left, they desperately need some more offense, and they're not in the right zone for that right now. Missed by Creator. Jelly's touch towards midfield. CacoShuKo to send it out towards the other end. Off the bounce. Hazy up in the air. CacoShuKo's touch in front of the net, and that's not what we want to see. There's a lot of these touches by Post Purple right now that are finding itself in front of our net, and that's not something that you want to do. When your safe space on defense is putting the ball in the corner, that's where you want to do it, because if the ball's in the corner, then it's almost unreachable. But as of right now, these touches dribbling itself out into an area where Penn State can continually shoot at has made it quite difficult. But here comes the touch towards the other end. Possibly one last opportunity for Penn State to gain another goal, or one last opportunity for Post to get a goal for momentum going into game number 3. This one off the sidewall. CacoShuKo coming on through. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds on the clock. We're just playing for fun now. Yeah, we'll sneak one more on in for Penn State Behrend, and that one will be done. Probably butchering the branch campus's name. I apologize. But really good game for Penn State. They rebound really well. They worked out as a team quite well. Look at that shot count in particular. I'm noticing it here. I mean, 17 to 5 shots. That's outstanding when it comes down to it for Penn State. They were able to keep bringing pressure time and time again, and it was just hard for Post to deal with. How can you find ways to overcome when constantly Penn State was bringing on more offense? So for Purple in particular, I want them to send more clears upfield. You want that ball to get out of your zone, and when you're in your defensive zone, you need to put that ball towards the corner more. Don't trickle it in midfield. That gives the opponent an opportunity to shoot and continue that pressure. So small changes on where those touches go, as well as even if you can't get a clear upfield, then keep the ball close to you. You'd much rather get a 50 on the ball than give the ball away to the opposing team. But those things happen when it comes down to it on the field. Game 3, I think, will be a good indicator of how both teams are feeling at this point. And speaking of game 3, it's here. We're ready to play game number 3. We'll see who gets the first goal. For now, ooh, Swish finds such a good save on the back line. Hazy, no touch there. CacoShuKo's touch into Swish, luckily is able to get a clear upfield. BG takes their time. 50 with Swish. Nobody contesting that ball. And 2 players on Penn State next to one another in the net. This one high. Swish tries to send it low. Hazy gets a bump. CacoShuKo able to get a touch from Yuz. But for now, stays in midfield. Nobody in clear possession. Creator Gets a good touch. Is 50. Demos Hazy for his efforts. Swish down to get a 50 here. Goes up. Can't find the touch. CacoShuKo to put it out. Ooh, follow up for Hazy. Is it on target? Swish doesn't get a chance to find the touch either. So Creator tries to put this one on top of his car. Yeah, and BG Jelly bringing the ball forward. Yeah, in front of net. Swish able to send it out safely towards the side. CacoShuKo has some boost to work with. We'll be able to get it over one. Tough touches here. Swish able to get it out. Has no boost left in the tank. Steals the 100 though from the offensive side. Tries to set up a pass, but nobody there to follow up on that play. Yeah, following through. CacoShuKo able to send it out towards the corner. Gets it upfield as well. Drop down. Not exactly the teamwork aspect we like to see. I like the defensive changes for posts. As you can tell, they're not really letting up as many goals. They've been able to just kind of defend, deflect, and they're getting this ball upfield. They're getting it out of pressure. But what they're not able to do right now is connect with each other. You're seeing a lot of touches go in front of the opposing net. Go in a territory where someone could just follow up on, but instead of following up, nobody's there. BG Jelly taking an opportunity here from Ya. A double miss, actually a triple miss from post. Nobody can read either where that ball's about to hit or where it bounces. And unfortunately, Penn State will start with the first goal in game number 3. We'll see if they can get another here, as this one's somewhat on target. CacoShuKo able to get in front of it. Sends it upfield. Tries to beat out BG. Can't do so. Hazy not communicating with Swish here. Or Swish probably would have had the better touch. This one not a great touch either, but Hazy a good demo. Gives CacoShuKo the space to work. A nice pinch upfield. Double commit by Penn State. Swish doesn't read this ball too well. CacoShuKo will do a great job of cutting in that rotation. I think that was meant to be a back pass that just didn't end up being one. Great thought process. Just our execution right now isn't where it needs to be, as we saw in game number 1. So 2 minutes left on the clock right now. Both teams fighting either for a greater lead or to tie it up, and that's a nice little 1-2-1 pass between Creator and Ya. Creator initially putting on pressure here, finds a bit of a pinch that sends it to Ya, and Ya sends it back to him for a difficult angle. Penn State getting creative with it on the back wall. And still a struggle right now for post. They haven't had opportunities upfield to really score yet in this one. Swish towards the back wall. Maybe a follow-up here. Will actually flip out of the way, and Hazy can only put it back up towards the midfield line. Swish sends it back. Front of it is Ya. Ya following up here. Flip reset for Ya. Isn't able to connect on it, but a valiant effort and a good try. CacoShuKo maybe finding one, but again cut off quickly. The challenges for Penn State so apparent. Every time we think we have the ball for more than a couple seconds, they're quickly on it and they're quickly attacking. Hazy out towards the corner. Touch by Creator, missed. Ya able to put one on. Less than a minute remains. Right now, Post Purple shut out from finding a way to score. Hazy, a little bit of a touch to Swish. Swish pass 1, Swish pass 2. It sticks to his car as if there's glue on top of it. Such a nice solo play by Swish, keeping it close and deflecting it just enough to get past 2. Now with 44 seconds left, tons of life left right now in post. They have an opportunity to tie this game up. If they get a good opportunity here, this shot's off target, but Swish is there, sends it back towards midfield. Hazy unfortunately can't find contact. BG in the way. This one's bouncing dangerously. A demo by Hazy. Swish past 1. Creator stalling. CacoShuKo and Hazy. Pinch. Able to get it upfield. Ya buying so much time with that carry. We don't have time left on the clock. Swish beat here off the ceiling. Shot is on target. BG looking to get rid of any time that's left on the clock. Hazy, he's up. Nice shot, but it's just off target. Swish the miss. And Penn State able to take game number 3 here. So a 2-1 lead in this series for Penn State. And as you could tell, such a closely contested match. What did I say last time? Penn State had 17 shots and we had a handful. Now instead of 17, we have 4 shots from Penn State and a 1 for Post Purple. That's just sometimes what happens. You know, that's just sometimes how the game goes. Very inconsistent, especially at these ranks, but it gives teams both opportunities to kind of get better, improve, and show their strengths. In a best of 7 series in particular, you're going to have kind of waves that ebbs and flows, who's in control. And in this last game, it was Penn State who was in control for most of the game, that had to fight a little bit more to get back in it. But it was a close game nonetheless, only a 1 goal difference, a couple shot difference, which means I have a lot of hope that going into this next game, that Post certainly has a chance to get things going. So we will see who ends up taking game number 4, but what a shot by Swish. Places it exactly top right corner, directly on target. Chef's kiss. Perfect shot that we like to see. A lot of life in Post in this one. I'm looking towards Swish to continue putting on gorgeous shots like that. This one slightly off target, maybe a follow-up. No, instead trickling out. Nice outlet pass for Penn State. BG Jelly isn't able to get one going. Swish instead upfield, off the sidewall, follows up, gets this touch off the back wall where Yo reads it well. Good backboard defense for Penn State. Contest, BG Jelly wins. Swish able to get a single touch, but directly into Yo. Drop down, shot. Off target by BG Jelly, just off the post and out. It's unfortunate. Penn State trying so hard in that offensive pressure and isn't able to come up with a goal. This one to Swish, stays in midfield. CacoShuKo looking to come in, finish it up, but it is deflected away by Penn State. Swish, good touch here. Gets a contesting one. We'll need more follow-ups. BG kind of in the way. Yeah, now in the way. Hazy staying still. So that's a double commit between him and Swish. Desperately, we need a touch here, and we do indeed get it. This one, it's a race to it in midfield of 50. Puts it right back at it. And Hazy able to pop one just over one defender, potentially over 2, but Creator finds just a piece of that Batmobile car to get on it. Swish into the corner. Doesn't get it upfield. Hazy now looking, doesn't get in front of it. And BG Jelly for Penn State able to tie it up with 3:20 remaining. Very back and forth game on this one. Instead of what we were seeing earlier, it's one team kind of having more momentum at a time and the other one then transferring that momentum over. Not what I expected in a game for a highly contested matchup. The Post is able to take this one. They tie up the series 2-2. If Penn State takes it, then they're at match point 3-1. So a lot to consider at this point. Yeah, looking. Gets a demo on Swish, but Hazy is there, picks it up, gets a 50, straight down. CacoShuKo able to read this one back in front of the net. Hazy trying to get there, but Yo will defend it. Swish falling off the corner. Creator getting in the way now. Creator looking. CacoShuKo and Hazy, again, kind of on top of each other. Little communication errors that could cost them later. What a shot by Swish, though. Saved by Ya, but it's nice to see we're getting some offense. BG Jelly tosses it up. Yeah, a little bit too high, and Swish able to send it away. Every player for Penn State up on that one. They will get back in time, but these are the times that Post needs to strike. Whenever Penn State brings the house, which they do and have on occasion, we need to get a goal because that net is seemingly open. Hazy, no touch. Swish also. CacoShuKo last back, only able to get a touch in midfield where Hazy able to stall. Yup, puts it in his own corner, grabs the boost, kind of gets a touch off the ceiling. Swish a pinch off target. This one, a miss, an open shot, and also a miss by Creator for Penn State. So the series, the goal score, it stays tied, at least only temporarily, because CacoShuKo able to beat this one out. A huge clear up field allows the lead for Post, and they stay alive in this series. A nice lead, one that was very much needed. Wow, we have ourselves a season opener for Rocket League right now. BG Jelly tries spinning it on in. Creator has the follow-up, and Penn State back in it. Wow. Great overall effort by the entire roster of Penn State. Everybody gets a touch on the ball. The first one to the backboard. The second touch follow-up on the side back wall. And then overall, that finish. I love persistence, resilience by both of these teams. Nobody's giving up. You're not seeing them stop playing during any part of the series, and both know that it's attainable to get a win from either side. It's pretty even playing field, but an extra bump there by Ya, and the follow-up by BG Jelly will now give the reversal. Penn State back in the lead in quick fashion. Great teamwork. You could tell the communication at times is just a little bit better than what Post has been able to do thus far. Now, under a minute, Post on the firing line. They need to find a way to get in this game. Ceiling shot will not be on target. This one in front of net, and that's an unfortunate own goal. Moment of silence for that own goal. Not what we like to see. And those things happen, and that's part of the communication error that I keep kind of talking through. Someone needs to call for that ball. You know, even when I played volleyball, I got it. Too many words. We said mine. It was pretty simple. But I got it works here too. It's just communicating with the team that I have the next touch. I have this ball. I have the opportunity. Penn State feeling themselves domino effect. The floodgates kind of open, and they were able to get 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot together, and they're passing. Each goal they have right now has been assisted. They're always working together as a team. So hopefully down the road, Post will be able to make those changes. But Penn State right now doing well. They're certainly on target. Yeah, and Creator trying to find a way to pinch that ball. Doesn't end up going well. But with not much time left, they don't need any more goals. They just need to burn that time. Save here by Ya. He'll follow it up. He'll just waste the remaining seconds. Possibly one more shot, one more goal for Penn State. It's an own goal for CacoShuKo. And this one will be game number 3 won by Penn State. Game number 4 overall in the series that they take. And Penn State now knocking on the door of winning this series. Great overall team effort, though. I will give them. Again, every single goal they had, other than the last own goal, was technically assisted. They had 12 shots to the 5 of Post. And at the end of the day, they just had the better teamwork. With Hazy kind of coming in new to this roster, you just don't know how much time he had to practice with the team. You don't know how much time he had under Atokad, our coach, you don't know how much time he had with the other two players. There's a lot of different things kind of at stake, a lot of question marks that we just don't know. And you could tell those little bit of issues on the field, they'll be worked out with time. But in our week opener, with this team being essentially kind of new, they don't know what to expect. I have liked what I've seen out of Caco and Swish as a duo at times when they are upfield. They tend to be the ones that are working off of each other's passes or plays. They understand each other's capabilities, and it's working out pretty well in the field when they are being successful with that. So we'll see if they'll continue to be successful on the field together. They will need really a quite wonderful game in this next one in order to try to come back in this series. They need 3 straight wins in order to do so, and that's going to be a tall task against Penn State, who has been doing quite well at adapting overall and figuring things out in a pinch. I think the team as well on the side of Penn State is just a little bit more gifted mechanically, which gives you those advantages on one-on-one situations. So it's going to be hard to figure things out at the end of the day. Unsure what the stall is, maybe a timeout or something, but I will be here to kind of entertain you guys again. I hope everyone is doing really, really well, whether you're a parent, a fan, another college student cheering on your friend, whatever it is. I hope everyone had a wonderful summer. They're enjoying Rocket League and the other games that Post is putting on. I know they do a multitude of games for the university. I will be back all season long, of course, doing our Rocket League streams as much as I can. I'm really excited to see how not only this team, but our Orange team is doing, because I haven't really seen them in a while. So it's nice. It's nice to talk with everybody again for the first time in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. What's new with me, you ask? Not much. Not really much from last time I casted. Really excited to be back again in collegiate. There's going to be a lot of tournaments going on this season in the Rocket League scene. So I hope to see a ton of our students kind of competing, getting better as they continue throughout the season. Because I have a feeling they will get better. With that, what else? I don't know. I'm pretty boring right now, and I apologize for that. It's a week 1 season opener, so there's a lot that is yet to be determined. We will transition over to our game that just started. But yeah, pretty much what I was just saying is, with game 1, we are in ECAC this season. At least these games are. We normally do both ECAC and NECC for posts, which are 2 different leagues that teams are able to compete in and play against other colleges. Yeah, for Penn State right now, being really on target, on point on the field. So he will follow up on that play, get one going, and get Penn State back in the swing of things really early on in this series. Great work by Penn State to continue all the momentum that they've had earlier. They lost game 1, but ever since losing game 1, they've won 3 straight, and in quite different fashions, may I say as well. They've stomped game 2, didn't have the best showing in game 3, and then kind of came back into their own in game number 4. Triple commit on that last play didn't look very good, though, I will say. So hopefully both teams are able to clean up some of those miscommunication issues. Caco in midfield picks this one up. Actually gets a flip there, but won't use it. BG Jelly taking his time, gets contested by Swish. That one bouncing off the post and out. And unfortunately, for the likes of Post, they just won't be able to find a goal here. Miss here by CacoShuKo. Hazy isn't able to find the touch either. So Swish taking his time. Grabs the boost, gets a pinch. BG Jelly's there. Yeah, trying to fake that play out. Swish going for a demo, but doesn't find the connection. Creator up towards the skies. Good block here for Hazy. The second shot off target, and CacoShuKo able to follow it up. Get control of that ball, at least temporarily. Hazy sends this one out in midfield, and that is an own goal for the likes of Penn State. This is the second own goal we have had this series. And again, it's often miscommunication. Two players go for the same ball, and one ends up going get it on in. Those things just kind of happen sometimes. It's all good. Luckily for Post, they're able to kind of tie things back up. Hazy sends one out. CacoShuKo with one demo. Can't get the demo on Yahoo, saves it. Swish trying to send it on in. CacoShuKo another demo on BG Jelly. But unfortunately, their shot's just off the mark for accuracy. This one popping out in center field. CacoShuKo on it with the 50. But Hazy can't get there. Swish, though, will. Towards the back wall. CacoShuKo looking for a touch. This one right into BG Jelly. Sends it down. Hazy saves it. Puts it into the corner. Swish. Gets one out. CacoShuKo looking. Bump here onto Creator. Gives space. And Hazy will pick up that ball. Yeah. Towards the other corner. This one sent out. And back in midfield we go. Defense right now is really important for Post. They have to be on the mark every single time they defend. Unlucky bounce in midfield. Hazy just can't get to it. Swish at 50. This one bounces luckily up. Actually onto the Penn State side. Yeah, stalls it there. Swish trying to find the 50. Creator holds it on. One-on-one with Hazy, and he's able to get a good 50 out. CacoShuKo off the side wall. Gets a 50 here. Keeps it upfield for Post. Post looking. Straight down touch. BG Jelly the miss. Hazy picking up mid boost. Will be in a difficult situation. And unfortunately the pinch will go in front of the net, and Creator able to clean up for Penn State. With the demo on CacoShuKo, Hazy left in an awkward situation where he needs to get that ball out but doesn't want to put it in front of net. So the pinch is all that he can force. And the follow-up for Penn State is there. Now with just over a minute, Post down by one. They need to find a way to answer back quick. This one off the backboard looks promising, but no follow-up. Well, the follow-up off target. No further follow-up. Hazy and CacoShuKo trying to work off that corner. Swish will come in. Gets through the corner. Can't get any further. Another bounce here. Puts it in midfield. Swish sends it down. CacoShuKo able to find the follow-up off the pass. And Post gets the tying goal they need. 39 seconds left on the clock. And it just took a little bit more persistence to get it going. Great upfield opportunity for Post. And now, can they work further? Yeah, right off kickoff into the Post zone. That shot by Creator's off. But unfortunately, BG's shot would have been off. But it gets knocked into one of our players and deflected on in. Another own goal situation that we don't like to see. Heartbreaking. Really a heartbreaking opportunity. Now 30 seconds left doesn't give Post much time. This one off target. Swishing a 1v1 with BG Jelly. Gets past him. CacoShuKo trying to get it in the midfield. But unfortunately, again, not there. So many opportunities just off the mark. Swish, upfield, off the corner. Kako gets beat. Swish in midfield, pokes it through. Hazy can't get the touch. BG Jelly over everybody, and instead it's deflected into our net, and that's the series. Penn State, Behrend will be able to get the 4-1 series victory overall. They played a phenomenal series as a team. Post only able to take game 1 and was outshot further throughout this series. It was a close one. And I think as the series went on, Hazy in particular got more comfortable with the team, which is what we want to see out of him moving on forward. But hello everybody. I'm so glad to have some of you join us. Unfortunately, our Rocket League season opener game is over. Post Purple will go down in that one. And there's still so much more left, though, of the ECAC season. Of course, ECAC is the one that we played today. There's also going to be NECC, so there's going to be plenty of Rocket League games moving on forward for both of the teams to play a lot of in. It was a pleasure seeing everybody for the first time in a little bit of while again, to get back on the mic, to figure things out. I hope you guys enjoyed, of course, the stream today. But for now, I will be closing off. Again, Chixxa, very happy to be back at Post on Rocket League. I will see you hopefully either sometime this week or next week for more Rocket League action. Stay tuned, though, for Post. I know we have plenty of games, plenty of different casters that will be moving on throughout the season. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.